So by now you all know Foundry VTT as the incredibly versatile virtual tabletop that we use to set up epic encounters with ancient beasts or simple river crossings with epically seductive NPCs. Now imagine if such a robust and open system assembled a dream team of artists and collaborators to craft a colossal open world with a unique setting and original character ancestries. That would be ridiculous. And it would also be Ember, an online tabletop role-playing game which has all the elements of a traditional pen and paper RPG but is enhanced with features inspired by video games. You know video games, that's where Bubsy lives. Featuring 25,000 explorable hexes, 30 biomes, and hundreds of locations, Ember is an original fantasy setting with a rich history full of vibrant characters and a devious bestiary. So is Ember a zero-prep, pre-populated roleplay world? Or can I use the setting to craft my own story? I have no idea who you are or how you got in here, but the answer is yes. Ember has over 1,000 handcrafted gameplay elements that can be played as individual sessions or woven together as an epic story with over 3 years of estimated playtime. But you can also use the Dynamic Token Maker and the Vista Builder tool to populate the world with your own content using the Ember framework. To learn more, check out Ember on Kickstarter now by clicking the link in the description, or you could talk to that creature in the river over there. Internet, welcome to Adventures Nigh. My name is Jack Packard, and I'm here with Yahtzee Croshaw.
And I play Mortal Raffles with Everwin Smythe, the rogue bard who's always hard.
Ooh, I can't wait to find out which part of you. Jesse Galena.
I play Grinderbin. I play Grinderbin, the salesman.
Casey Wosu.
Hey, I play Sigmar Iceblood, who has the iciest blood you've ever seen.
That means Egalier has the frostiest bones.
Probably.
Wow.
And finally, Amy Campbell.
And I play Dabarella, who is known to dab on occasion, so there you go.
That's all you need. Last episode, you all traveled to the Aasimar Mountains to meet Moped Grimbenson. After a rocky start, you convinced Moped that you were sent by Egalier to investigate the earthquakes. Later, you got an unreasonable amount of backstory for Albert the Shovel and descended into the mountains. You came across some dead bodies, crossed another river, and found a journal from the wizard Mull Cutpurse. Then finally made your way to a hidden cave with a giant dwarf statue giving you the middle finger. And that's where we're going to start. In fact, hard cut. Here you are. This, what this area looks like to you was once a grand hall, but now after several, possibly centuries, in severe disrepair. You can see this giant dwarf statue in front of you. You can see the remnants of what looks to be a fountain, broken down furniture all over the place, and most disturbingly, giant piles of poop.
Oh, I thought that's what it was.
Giant piles of poop.
Yeah, I thought it was a beehive too.
Why would there be beehives underground in a cave?
I don't know.
Use your head.
Why were bees plucking flowers?
Whoa, because that's what bees do. Bees fuck flowers. That's just science.
Well, that statue implies we're not welcome, so don't go wandering around too much. We need to be mindful for traps. Remember what happened with that piano, Dabarella?
It only happened once, and I was just trying to help.
Yes, you were a big help, as I recall.
If they wanted to get traps, wouldn't they not put the giant flipping off statue to like actually get you to, wouldn't it be like a big open arm welcome mat, and then you fall for a trap?
Maybe it's a double bluff. They're devious, them dwarves.
Try to. That sounds like stereotyping. But
That does sound very racist.
maybe they're trying to antagonize us, like they want us to charge the statue or something. But I mean, I have a little more sense than to charge an inanimate object. Oh, look, horse bones.
How'd someone get a horse down here? Okay,
Considering
So
I got a whole bed down here, I feel like it's probably pretty easy.
are there obvious exits from this room besides the one we came in?
Not obvious. I mean, you haven't looked around. Why don't you give me a general perception check, and let me tell you what you see.
Also, where's the statue?
Right ahead of us.
I don't actually see it on the map.
You gotta zoom out. You don't see it? You don't see it?
I don't, but I'm...
It should be at the topmost of the map.
Oh, that huge
That big?
thing.
Oh, damn.
This,
Yeah.
this by the way,
That is the biggest middle finger anyone's
This
ever
is-
given me.
I gotta go look at this.
and something to note is that this statue is just the stock asset that I have. This is that dwarf statue that you saw. I can show you a picture of it. This is gargantuan. You are about as big as its toe. This is a giant statue.
Why does Dabarella always roll the highest on the figuring stuff out checks?
Wow, absolutely.
Because so curious.
So Dabarella, something you would notice right away, very curiously, is these giant piles of poop have a hole in them. It's almost like pile of poop donuts, which is very, very disturbing. And the other thing that you'll notice is at the base of the statue, you notice a plaque.
Hey everyone! There's holes in the poop. That's a bit weird. But there's something over here on the statue. I'm gonna go look at it.
Hey, Grindabin, why don't you check one of those poops closer? I mean, it's good for fungi.
That also, I'm getting a lot of racial stereotypes coming off you today.
I can't be racist. I'm like 900 races. Fuck you. My great grandmother was Myconid, actually. She lived in the basement, and we just outlet the toilet there.
Is your best friend also a fungus?
All right, so Dabarella, you get down to the base of the statue, and near the base of the statue, you see a plaque. The plaque reads, "May the Honorable King Tydenlin Jarmy eat a dick." And if any of the stinkin' lowlife outsidelings need the help of the dwarfs, they can take my last fuck.
Man, you'd have to be really angry to sustain that level of anger throughout the entire construction project.
Oh, man.
Can I hear that again?
May the Honorable King Tydenlin Jarmy eat a dick. And if any of the stinking lowlife outsidelings need the help of the dwarfs, they can take my last fuck.
Okay.
Well,
We don't have the ability to take pictures, correct? We don't have that level of technology.
I don't believe you have a
Can
camera.
we write that
Okay.
down?
I'm good. Yeah, I'm gonna take this is like embossed or
rubbing?
engraved on this.
Sure.
I'm gonna do that thing where you put a piece of paper on it and then run a pencil on the
Yeah.
other side.
yeah, you're gonna
So,
do a brass rubbing.
A rubbing,
Yeah.
sure.
Because I need this on a welcome mat. It's
sure.
beautiful and I love it. And this is I'm sad that this place seems to be deserted and dead because this is the greatest place I've ever been.
This is a historical document. No one has been in this cave in quite some time. Just by the way, as a reminder, this is what the statue actually looks like from your point of view.
Cool.
So,
Can I
question.
do a perception check on the bones?
The horse bones? Absolutely.
I'm trying to find out what killed it, because this poop
Yeah,
is
something like that.
looking kind of ominous to me.
Are there horse bones in poop? I'm gonna find out.
Are there horse bones in poop? An 11 perception check. What I will give you for an 11 is you know that the dwarves have been gone for hundreds of years. This creature doesn't appear to have been dead for nearly that long. This looks, I mean, it's not a freshly dead horse, but it is.
There has been someone down investigating before us.
Do worms poop? Because we're looking for a giant worm.
Worms do poop.
Worms
I suppose they have to.
That perp worm.
I'm just wondering if worms poop in this particular form that we're seeing here.
Maybe if they have some sort of like thing in the middle of their butthole and then it like poops around it, so it makes a natural hole in it.
Someone is going to need to investigate the poop to make sure.
I do want to investigate the poop.
I want to investigate this blue circle thing. It seems more my speed.
I have animal handling because my thought is you can actually learn a lot about animals from their poop. So maybe what it ate, what kind of animal it is versus, like bunny turds versus like, how a Komodo dragon poops. Very different kinds of poop.
Very different kinds of
So I want to relay to the rest of the party. This horse in the corner hasn't been dead as long as all the other shit in here.
Well, we know people have been trying to get in for a while. I mean, Moped killed half of them.
Defended myself.
Well, we're not looking for treasure. We're looking for a giant worm. People might have come in and stolen treasure.
So did anyone ever make it past you?
No. In fact, no one. This is the farthest anyone has made it. Even the Asimov folk weren't able to make it past the water.
Huh. You wouldn't happen to know if there's any other way into this underground chamber?
My assignment was my cave. That's all my. I'm not an explorer type. I'm more of a sit in a cave with my shovel friend type.
Okay, blue circle thing. What is it? Like a fountain or something?
From a base look, yes, this looks to be a dried up fountain. Why don't you give me an investigation check?
Yeah, what's with the Ubisoft logo at the bottom?
The Ubisoft logo? Those are like vines and...
well, I'm getting all my shit rolls out of the way first.
Apparently, with that 7, yeah.
You found the Ubisoft logo, and that's it.
Yeah, this is a dried up fountain. It has a hole in the center where you can assume water once came out of, and it's kind of got some vines, some foliage sprouting up around it. You absolutely can. Oh, but before you do, stop. Everybody, Sigmar decided
Is it poop time? Oh, well.
Sigmar decided to...
I gotta wait on my roll.
What did I say when we came in here?
I literally just walked around a corner.
You did say that, but also all 4 of us did walk in different directions.
All of you have been walking around. None of you walked into the exact spots until right now. Sigmar.
Where are you?
Sigmar's on the other side of...
He's around the corner from you, basically. He is over here, if you can.
Cool, thank
you. Can see the hand.
I was trying to get rid of all the rest of the shadows.
Sigmar, please give me a dexterity saving throw.
Oh boy, it's traps.
Yeah.
Hey.
Ooh, a
That's a new feat.
21. As you go exploring around the cave, you step on a pile of dirt that is a little fresher than the rest of the cave floor, and you notice in an almost imperceptible slight squishing sound, and so you are able to whoop. Oh no, I made you do a somersault. There we go. You are able to jump out of the way as a worm pops out from the ground.
Crap.
Worms do poop.
that little spike on his butt, I think, might be the culprit.
You
Also
notice
poops around the spike.
You notice a purple worm with big grabbers, giant eyeballs, and a butt crack with a spike through it. Yes, this seems to be the perpetrator of the donut poops. Everybody gets to enter combat now. Here we go.
Oh, 13.
Let's
I
not
could
forget
roll
about-
worse.
Not forget about you two.
Oh,
Hey,
Casey,
worm at the
nice.
bottom.
Yeah, that was high as shit.
Grinderbin is just mid putting on a rubber glove to investigate this.
You were almost like hip deep in poop, and
Yeah.
you're like, what?
It's like that scene from Jurassic Park with Ellie. Like, I was about to do that, and then this happened.
So Sigmar, you get to go first. This worm pops up, looks at you, and goes, "Oh no!"
Fuck it up.
This is a large worm, easily 2 times as tall as you when standing up.
Use persuasion.
Okay, I want some distance because, you know, I'm an archer.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm gonna run and just start shooting.
Okay, so you ran that way. You ran away
Yes.
from it? Okay,
Yes.
great. It is going to take an attack of opportunity on you as you run away. Just because that's a thing that happens. And so it is going to try to hit you with a 11. I don't think that's going to hit you. Okay, so yeah, it takes a snap at you as you run away and misses. And now you have some distance in between you.
Solid.
Damage.
Absolutely hits.
Meep.
With 5 damage with your bow and arrow. Yep, it sinks into its wormy flesh.
Guess there's no clever tactics available for this one. It's just straight combat classic.
Straight combat classic, perhaps. But now it's Albert's turn, and so Albert Albert is going
it's your time to shine. You can do it this time.
Moped says, "Oh, Albert, hold on to your initiative, and you can go on my turn, which is next." And the shovel says nothing because it's a shovel. So Moped hops up on these boxes here, and says, "Oh, don't worry, we'll take care of this." And he throws Albert at the worm. All right, great. So yes, he throws. He throws Albert at the worm. Albert sticks into the worm's meaty buttocks, doing some damage.
Okay.
Okay, so that was that, and now it is Dabarella's turn.
Cool. I still can't see the worm, so I'm going to move so I can see it. There
Okay.
it is.
There it is.
Now I see whatever that is. My God.
It's
trying to get a little
a
bit
worm.
closer.
It's a little worm. Okay.
I can't see the mini, but I assume it has cakes. Because it has this, like,
It's got
spike
buns.
between its butt cheeks. Yeah.
And it's now also got a shovel.
Implanted in its butt cheeks.
I would like to use my wok magically
All right.
and attack it, if possible.
Perfect. A
15?
15 hits.
Good.
Hey.
Nice.
15 hits. All right. So yeah, now you do damage and fire damage.
Beautiful.
Yikes.
Ooh, okay, that's much. Okay, so you do a
25.
total of 25 damage to this worm as you literally set it on fire.
Dabarella yells, "Gimme!" as she
Hey.
whacks it and throws the oil.
Yes, that is absolute insanity.
Talk about sauteing.
All right, then that brings us to the worm's turn, and the worm
no.
is now covered in this grease, and it's got a shovel sticking into its butt, and it starts pounding its tail on the ground,
Oh no.
and screaming in its wormy scream like a. And. What happens is
Calls a friend.
it rolls a friend. Just one friend. Just one friend comes to the party. That would
As
be.
long as it's not mummy.
And then kunk, kunk, all of a sudden popping up on the other side of the fountain is another little wormy guy going. And then this one's like. And the other one that just popped up was like.
That's a sign of intelligence.
Good.
You'll talk to him.
Right, so hold on. We got to get this guy into combat. Uh-oh. And he goes next.
Ooh.
So this guy, has been called to help and is going to help. Let's see here. Not a ton of movement, but enough to attack a Mortimer. All right, so first thing it's going to attempt to do is bite you with its mandible-y kind of teeth things. Mortimer, how do you feel about a 18?
I'd feel very bad about it as it happens.
Perfect.
Saving throw?
Let's see here. A saving throw? Actually, wait. Oh, that's right. Yes, please give me a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, good. That means it has a secondary effect on top of damaging you.
That's right.
Hey, not so bad.
Hey, all right. That's
roll.
really good. All
roll.
right, so you only take 9 damage. Basically, what happened is this worm tried to fit its whole mouth around you and swallow you, but you were able to get out of the way, but only took some damage from its mandibles.
Okay.
Let's see here.
Mortimer's that mean that's just like, I'm straight up not having a good time.
So what it does instead is it turns around and pokes at you with its stinger.
What?
Yeah.
How many goes does it get?
It gets 2 attacks.
Oh.
It gets 2 attacks.
Do you have to roll to not get septic? Because poop does seem to go around this stinger.
Ooh, let's see here. So you take 16 damage, Mortimer.
Christ.
I only had 14 left.
Oh no, Mortimer. Mortimer goes down.
Oh my god, that's a first.
That is a first. All right.
Oh no, now who will seduce the worms?
This just got interesting. This is our first, this might be our first downed combatant ever.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is.
It is.
And it is your turn now, Mortimer. So please make for me a death saving throw.
Oh god.
Let's see. Basically, you just roll a d20.
I'm really stressed.
Yeah. Well, you're really stressed.
Ooh, that is 1 success. That is a 15, which means that the poop infection is not gotten in your body and you are fighting back. But now we move on. That's your whole turn, Mortimer. I'm so sorry. Grinderbin, it is your turn.
I will do a little 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 little movement here. And then I am going to grab my little cannon and turn the dial to protector mode.
To protect. Turn the dial to protect.
Yeah, to protect, not attack.
You're going to cover me in foam sealant.
So yeah, move, and then I'll activate it, and then once we have it, I'll move it. It's 15 feet, and then it
Sure.
has a range of 10 feet.
Oh, nice.
So that is literally right on the edge. Can you move it over
where
to
do
the
you
right?
where
That
do you
one
want it?
kind of between Sigmar and...
Sure, like there.
yeah, that's good.
Okay.
Cool. So it puffs out a big old thing of temporary hit points of positive affirmation and pseudo healing words.
Nice. And does it hit just Mortimer, or does it hit Mortimer and Sigmar?
It is just a target. So,
Oh,
oh, no.
Oh, boop, 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 boop.
and each target within 10 feet, and itself. So is Sigmar damaged at all?
I'm not damaged. I'm actually.
Oh, well, here, have some positive words anyway.
Nice. Oh, so yeah, so you get bonus hit points.
Oh,
You
that's
get-
right, because they're temporary.
They're temporary
Yeah.
hit points, so this goes above and beyond your maximum.
Cool. So it's
what is
a
that?
D8 plus my intelligence, so that's a 12 temporary hit points for both of you.
Oh, nice.
Boom.
Hey, that's a lot.
Mortimer, your life flashes before your eyes. You have never had an encounter that has gone this sideways that you weren't able to talk your way out of, and all of a sudden this could be the end, and all of a sudden you get blasted in the face with believe in yourself, you can do it, you're stronger than you think, and you pop back up.
Look, Jesus.
And Sigmar, you're just feeling great. You're feeling juiced.
Sigmar, get me the fuck out of combat before the worms have their turns again.
While you're in the middle of combat, what I will say is that first worm is looking very hurt. It is still on fire, in fact. Dabarella, did a decent amount of damage, while that new worm seems fresh as a daisy.
She did that much damage, and it's not just straight up dead, huh?
Yeah. These are meaty worms.
Interesting. Okay, so can I use a spell and attack, or can I do one of each? One or the other?
If your spell, what spell would you like to do?
One of my first levels, Cure
Then-
Wounds.
Probably not. Cure Wounds takes a full action, so you have to choose between Cure Wounds and attacking.
Could you get between me and the worm first?
Can I get information before I act? Like,
Absolutely.
Yeah. Can I roll to try and get some kind of physiology on the worm? Like, because I want to know if I can affect their eyesight with a flashbang.
Ooh, sure. Give me a nature check.
Nature.
Yeah, see if
give me
it's
a
like
nature check.
like those Dark Souls Basilisk's eyes, where it's like they're huge, but it's not really their eyes.
Oh,
God damn it.
that is a flat 3 on a nature skill check. You don't know shit about worms, man.
Yeah.
All right. So
Like-
I'm just gonna trust in the heart of the cards here.
Yeah.
So I wanna yell out to Mortimer if he can hear me from there. To
Yeah.
close his eyes and plug his ears.
Okay.
Must you try this? Couldn't you just run up and hit it? So you're
I
between
mean,
me and
it will live. Like, we saw how much damage Amy did. Like, it'll still be there, ready to strike again.
Yeah, but you'll have drawn aggro, is my point.
I mean, well, if we're lucky, its aggro
Hey,
won't have
there's
anywhere
not
to
enough
go.
time for this conversation. He told you to shut your eyes and cover your ears.
All right, I'm gonna strike the floor directly in front of the front part, which is the opposite of the spiky butt,
Okay.
with the flashbang arrow.
As it usually is.
I think that's great. And I think that was your last arrow flashbang.
Is it? I don't even see them in here.
You had 3 of them. You used one for anus, one to get out of trouble, and now you're using your last one for the worm. I'm okay with that.
All right, so do I just roll the longbow?
Yeah, to hit the floor next to the worm, roll with your longbow. Very low check here. Just got okay.
Jeez.
Yes,
Ooh,
with
I
a
hit that floor
22.
real hard.
Hit that floor crazy super hard. Yeah, I'll even say because of the 22, I'll even say like it hits like the worm, and goes off, flashes and bangs, if you will. So yes, it is blinded and deafened. Something that you think about is these are underground worms. They are not used to any light whatsoever.
So it's super effective.
So it's
Nice.
super effective. This worm is blind, which means it's just going to lash out however it can. Absolutely.
Yeah, that was my concern.
You got 12
you
temporary hit
get
points.
movement before it does again, right? No, it doesn't actually.
I have 10 temporary hit points because I was at -2, remember?
All right, so my question now,
Cannon's still there.
I have movement,
You have movement.
and can my movement carry?
Can your
can he-
movement?
Like,
Can
can I
he
get to
drag
him
me
and
away?
move him away?
What I will say is, like, generally, if you wanted to pick up another person, I would call that an action. What I will say is, if you can have a really high athletics check, absolutely.
My athletics should be
if
high.
you have, yeah.
all right, so
so
roll
you,
right now?
Well, first you run to Mortimer, right?
Yes.
Okay, so that's
I have to be there
5,
first.
10. Yeah, you have to be there. You have to be there first. So that's 5, 10. Okay. Now
Gotta
roll
commit to
me
the
an
bit.
athletics check.
He's a bitch.
Ooh.
Why you do this?
You trip and fall between me and the worm.
You're
What I'm going to say is you end up right here. You attempt to scoop Mortimer. You are in full run mode. You attempt to scoop Mortimer, and while he is a slender fellow, significantly more dense than you were expecting, he's a meaty guy, and you end up dropping him and having to steady yourself. You didn't roll low enough where you fall over, but I'm going to say you have to end your turn right there.
Well, here we are. Bet you wonder how I wound up in this situation.
Don't worry, it's Albert the Shovel's turn, who remains in the worm. And actually does a little damage to the worm, being stuck into the worm.
all right, Albert.
Beautiful.
Not a ton of damage. He's as far as you know, an inanimate shovel. All right, then it is Moped's turn, and Moped looks over to the worm and looks over to the other worm and is like, oh crap, the cat looks like she's doing all right. You fellas need any help with that one?
Yes, please.
All right, no problem. And he rips his emerald foot off.
Yeah.
Yes.
Don't worry, Moped's got it. And it misses horribly.
Oh. Does it land in the poop?
In fact, he rolled a natural 1. Yes, I'm going to say his foot lands here in the poop.
Amy, it's all on you.
Oh, my foot! Oh, crap! Hold on, I'll get it now. But now he only has half his movement speed. So he's like, yeah. So he's like hopping.
Wait, I thought it was a magic returning foot.
It is, but if it gets stuck on something, it's still stuck. Stuck in that big pile of poop. Yeah, come on. Like, yeah, you see him trying to call it back to him, and it just got stuck in poop. Ah, crap. Dabarella, it is your turn.
Okay,
Ready to
so
go into shit.
quite literally. What I want to do is try and incapacitate this one, either attempting to kill it, or I want to use my skewer to either try and skewer it in place or skewer it through its asshole to its head.
All right, I love it. Yeah, give me an attack roll.
Come on, baby.
Absolutely.
14?
That is a 14. That just barely hits, but it hits. You are able to
Beautiful.
skewer this worm. So yeah, roll damage.
15.
15. With a 15, yeah, you run this thing right through ass to earlobes.
I was hoping for.
And you see this worm just kind of like flump over on your skewer. Albert the shovel falls out of its butt.
Beautiful.
Beautiful. That worm is. Oh, here we go. Hold on. That worm is.
Okay, so I have a second attack roll. Am I able to use it on the other worm? Does it have to be with the same weapon, or can it be a different weapon?
It can be a different weapon. I believe the way that like changing weapons works in Dungeons and Dragons is to pull out your weapon is a free action, but to put your weapon away costs an action. And so if you want to like literally leave your skewer in the worm, and just basically drop it, then I will allow you to pull out another weapon, but you have to remember later to grab your skewer, or else I will remember that you left it in the worm.
In my head, I've had a lot of time to think about this. In my head, I am fully aware that it is there.
Okay, perfect.
Crossbow's making a comeback.
All right.
And I leap forward saying, "Gotta save my friends!" 10.
With a 10, your arrow thump, lands right next to the emerald foot in the poop.
Oh boy.
It misses that.
Nice.
Oh, hey, watch the foot!
Dabarelli yells, "Not like this!" and uses action surge to
That's
have
right.
another go.
That's right. Action surge.
So what am I now able to do?
Let's see here. On your turn, you can take one additional action.
Okay.
And so that's either another attack, more movement, just one action.
I'm gonna take another go with the crossbow. I've
Okay.
got it out.
Sure.
Oh, for Christ.
10 again.
You split the other arrow you just shot.
That's exactly what happens. Now you have one broken arrow and one intact arrow in the poop. I told you to watch out for my foot! Dang cat!
I'm sorry, Moped. I'm just trying to help.
Yeah, it was a likely story.
Well,
All right.
it's time. Face the music.
It's time. Okay, it's this worm's turn. And this worm is blind and deaf, so it is going to freewheel attack. Let's see here. We need a coin. Here's what we'll do. So first, what we'll do is we will do north, south, east, west. So 1 is north. 2 is never eat soggy waffles. Never eat soggy waffles. Let me roll a d4 real quick to see in which direction it blindly attacks. Never eats. Oh, all right. So I don't need to flip a coin because the worm swings wildly in this direction and
Nice.
starts like attacking the ground, like just hitting its tail on the ground over here. Just thump, 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 thump.
We always said never eat shredded wheat.
Never eat
In
shredded wheat.
Australia, we said soggy wheat bix, which is so classic Australia.
Yeah, and for us, it's never eat soggy waffles.
I've never
that's-
heard that acronym actually.
That is
Yeah,
the.
I just learned north, south, east, west.
Right? Yeah, they didn't give us any help with that.
Yeah, it's all right. Is it my turn now?
All right, so yeah, the worm is flailing around. Mortimer, it is now your turn.
Okay. I'm just reminding myself what spells I got equipped. I do have some last resort offensive spells. I got Thunder Wave equipped, but that wouldn't be helpful right now.
Ooh.
So what I'm going to do, I'm going to crawl behind Sigma,
Okay.
and then I guess I'll just take a pot shot with my short bow.
Oh, okay.
Finally, a not dog shit roll.
Yes, a
Yay.
21 hits. Roll your damage.
1.
Ooh,
Oh, yeah.
for a mighty 3 damage. This thing barely notices. Is what I will say. It's still flailing about.
I'm
over on the other
deception
side.
focused.
Every little bit helps.
Yeah, absolutely.
on.
Every little bit.
Bonus
helps.
action. Okay. Well, there's something I wanted to propose at some point, which I guess we can't do anything about it now. But since I took the thief class, I now have the fast hands perk, which means I can use an item as a bonus action.
Ooh, okay.
Now, what I was thinking is that perhaps one of my talented artificer friends could perhaps make me some grenades that could be used firebomb style, like in Dark Souls. Right now, I do have an oil flask in my inventory. So I could use my fast hands perk to try to yeast an oil flask at it so it could burn easier.
Sure, absolutely. I will
Although, thinking
allow
about
that.
it, when we set the last one on fire, it didn't seem to have any trouble catching fire. Maybe
Well,
if
it
I
did
just
also
made
get
it
covered in hot oil, so I think that was...
That's right. That's Dabarella's special magic, and she only has one more charge of that magic left.
Okay, yeah, so for my bonus action, I'm just going to yeet one of my oil flasks at it, or maybe just at the floor right under it, so it can make a little pool that might spread.
Sure, absolutely. I like that. Yeah, so if you're going to aim kind of, just give me a general dexterity check. I just want to make sure you don't roll a natural 1. That sort of thing.
All the fives today.
Good. With a 7, yes, I'm going to say you are able to hit the floor around this giant worm, given that you are 10 feet away from it.
Okay.
Even with a 7, there is a puddle of bloop, bloop, of oil underneath this worm.
Okay.
Cool.
Benjamin, shoot a flaming projectile at it or something.
Don't got a lot of that.
Oh well, just a thought.
I mean, it's a good thought, but my basic shooty ouch spell is the exact opposite of that.
Like shoots
What
like
about your
water or
cannon?
something.
Cannon is currently healing people, so I can't
Oh.
use the flame because I can only do it like one mode at a time.
Can it heal me more?
I don't think so. I'm pretty sure if you have temporary hit points, I can't add temporary hit points to you.
Okay.
If Jack wants to say no, that's cool. I will argue that's broken, but do it anyway. Yeah. Okay.
Rules, y'all.
Very
Rules.
important.
Very important.
Okay. I am going to pull out my cool foul language umbrella.
Okay.
And point it at the worm and cast frostbite.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's the opposite of fire.
Oh, that's what I said. I have the opposite of fire as my damaging spell. And I gotta hold some spell slots to heal you, so I can't use my high-level spells for burning. So it has to make a Constitution save.
All right, Constitution saving throw it is. All right, and it rolled a, how do we feel? Oh, how do we feel about a 6?
I feel like that is a bit too low.
Okay.
So
Great.
it is going to take a D6 cold damage, and it's going to take a D8 because on top of that, because I'm
Ooh.
shooting it from my umbrella,
All right.
and it's my arcane firearm. So that's a total of 9 damage.
It does not like that.
Good, because it also has disadvantage on its next attack roll before the end of its next turn.
Oh,
Hey.
dang.
Hey, you
We're
jacked them all
turning
up.
this around.
Yeah. Just in case it can see next round, I wanted to make it harder for
Like
it to hit you.
It's blind, it's deaf, it's disadvantaged. We're just bullying it now.
Really?
Really, yeah, you are. You're just picking on a little worm who is trying to defend its home.
They say light it on
Sigmar.
fire somehow.
Sigmar,
Question,
it is your turn. Yeah,
Can I hit it with a torch and light oil on fire?
100%.
Yeah, because I
Yeah.
have 10 torches on me.
Oh, snap.
Sure.
yeah.
Sure, yeah. Like you would have a torch in a tinderbox, and so like yeah, what I'm gonna say is
don't
you're
see
able to light a
tinder.
torch.
Oh yeah,
Well,
I do have one.
Tinderbox, that's a normal adventuring gear bullshit that no one ever used, but you're using it right now.
I think it comes packaged with the torch. It's like a 2-pack.
Oh, it's like one of those flares where you're just like, great.
Okay, so
100%.
can I do that? Like, does that count as an action, or can I do that and then use sleight of hand to light an arrow on fire to send it that way, so that I don't have to physically go next to it?
You can. Oh man. So you want to light a torch on fire, then light an arrow on fire, then shoot the arrow.
Like, is that too many steps? Like, can I use the tinderbox and I don't know, something to just make a fire arrow?
That's too
We,
many
we
steps.
really just need a spark. Like,
I will allow you to throw the torch. I will allow you to, if you want, you can do a sleight of hand check and like just fling some sparks at it to see if you get it to catch fire and then shoot an arrow. Like if you want to have 2 actions, or you can light a torch on fire and throw the torch.
And that would be the
Those
action.
are, yeah. Those are your options.
You know what? Yeah, let's just play it safe. I'm gonna light a torch on fire,
Okay.
and I'm gonna chuck it at the snake, like I'm from the mob and it owes me money.
All right. 100%. Just roll me a d20 and don't get a natural 1.
No promises.
That's This is like a very much like the oil throw. Like you are very close to this worm. I just want to make sure you don't.
Kidding me?
Jesus.
One.
Titty fucking Christ.
It's not a 1, but
Oh my God.
Chris.
Why are they doing this?
So like your dexterity is also +3, so that would bring you up to a 5. That is very low, but I will allow, like, basically you wind up to like, you know, and like to deliver your action one-liner, and you're like, take this worm, and it just slips out of your fingers and it bounces and still rolls into the oil, but it's not as cool as you thought it would be.
Dang.
Yeah. So why don't you roll me we'll say it does 1d6 worth of damage now and on its turn.
So I need to roll a
So roll me a d6 worth of damage as it is
the
now
third die?
on fire. That is the second
Die.
Okay.
The normal die, the die. Ooh, 5. Yeah, it's just on fire now.
Yeah, well, that was the plan.
Yeah.
So I don't have any more actions?
You are all out. You have movement if you wanna get out of there, but you are all out of actions.
Sorry.
Mint. All right.
Sorry,
Yeah,
real-
I'm gonna reposition then
Yeah.
this way.
Okay.
Real quick, because we moved past my turn before my bonus actions, and I forgot to mention it earlier. But the temporary hit points, if we're allowed. If not, that's okay.
You are allowed to give Dabarella temporary hit points, and because you already got yours, right?
No, I wasn't in range.
Oh, okay. So you can give Dabarella, and I believe yourself. You are within 10 feet.
Yep.
Yeah. So you and Dabarella can get temporary hit points. Absolutely.
So now that I left the cannon's range, do I still keep those hit points I got while I was in it?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Those are yours until your long rest.
Dabarella, you and I got
8.
8. Yep, 8 temporary hit points.
Has your cannon automated the thing a bard would usually do? Have you, automated me out of a job, you asshole?
You gotta keep up with the times.
Have you ever used your bardic skill to heal us, though?
Well, I guess not. I got bardic
Where's our positive
inspiration.
affirmation?
Right.
Oh, well, that's what bardic inspiration is. I've given you that in the past.
True.
Yeah, I remember that.
Like Grinderbin's cannon is the self-checkout line of the bard. Absolutely. All right. Now it is Albert the Shovel's turn. It remains a shovel. And so it is Moped's turn. And so Moped is going to pull his shoe out of the poop. Or his foot. Sorry, not his shoe, his foot. All right, I got my foot back. Wipes it off like, oh, you're going to get it now, worm. So that's an object interaction. So he can't. No, yeah. He picks his foot up and attacks with his mighty magical foot and smacks the worm once, and then it comes back and it misses on the way back, but that's okay. All right, smacks the worm real good, and more importantly, I got my foot back. Don't worry, everybody, I got it. Where's Albert?
He's like in a
over
dark
there.
shadow somewhere.
Who's watching Albert?
He's next to the other worm.
Oh, boy. That Albert, always getting into trouble. Tabarella, it is your turn.
I would like to get up to it, and I want to do it a big smack with the frying pan. Come on, roll.
14.
There we go, 20.
Yes. Was that an unnatural 20?
Unnatural.
Synthetic, if you will.
A synthetic 20. That definitely hits.
5.
For 5 damage. All right. Yes, it is not looking the healthiest. You don't know like what a healthy or unhealthy worm looks like, but this one looks messed up.
But I get 2 attacks, right?
You do get 2 attacks, that is correct.
So I'm going back for another smack. Do I have to roll for attack again, or can
You
I
do.
just roll damage? Okay.
You do. This is another swing. And so we have to see if it hits.
Hey.
It does.
23.
Even harder.
Boom!
It's like when you're trying to kill a cockroach and it just won't die and you start feeling bad.
9.
9. Excellent. Yes, this thing is looking like it is on its very last legs, but it gets one more turn. Let's see in
It's on
which
fire.
direction.
Does it take damage first?
It should, yeah.
It does. I did literally say that. Oh no, farts, 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 because it did choose your direction for its roll. Oh crap. Dang it.
It looks so disappointed.
Well, I wanted to do I know I almost killed you, Mortimer, but I wanted to do a little more damage before it roasts alive.
Oh, yeah.
The oil seeps into its wounds, causing the fire to get. There's fire inside the worm. It's horrible. It smells terrible down there, but you have
And as
defeated
it's-
the worms.
And once it goes quiet, I will wait for a comically timed pause and go, so is your curiosity satisfied now, Sigma?
No.
Yeah, there's a lot more we could find down here.
Okay, well, can we do a bit of a healing up session first?
No, we gotta get Albert and the skewer first.
Oh, well, priorities.
Oh yeah, gotta go get Albert.
Fine, I'll just tape my wound shut with some spit, shall I?
I got you. That's okay.
Are you gonna heal him?
Yeah, I can heal.
Well, 2 heals would be even better.
Yeah, how much can you heal? And then I'll follow up if we need to. Because I don't know if these are all the worms here.
I assume we're gonna take a bit of a rest now, right?
Well, I was hoping
up
we
to
could
you.
do everything we could do to get my hit points back up as much as we could before we explore any more of this room, Sigma.
Let's see. So D8 plus 4. All right, so
Hey.
how's 12 fit you?
That gets me up to 22 hit points, including the temporary ones.
Okay.
And what's your
Out
max?
of 31 is my max.
All right, so I'll add on to his healing with Cure Wounds. So I click on that.
Okay. Well, yeah, and if you basically, if you guys want to take like a short rest is like a half hour of downtime. Then you could dip into kind of your hit dice, which is a thing we haven't really used yet. But if you look on your character sheet, you got hit dice, and so you can utilize some of those to give you some hit points back. If any of you get spell slots or whatever back for short rests, you can take like a soft 20.
I completely forget that you can roll hit dice to heal.
Well, I also have
What's a
Song
hit
of Rest.
dice?
So if we take a short rest, I can give everyone an additional 1d6 hit points. So I'm the one
there's
dying, but I'm
something-
going to sing a little song to make everyone feel better.
It's just your little soothing song.
Oh.
Your mum used to sing to you.
like he's singing it while rocking in the corner.
I mean, you did almost die today, Mortimer.
We'll take a short rest, and I'll spend a hit dice and use Song of Rest as well for the additional 1d6.
Okay, great. Yeah, so you take you all sit down. The battle is over. Things seem quiet around you. Moped regales you with tales of all of the different kinds of snow that he's seen, and the different kinds of birds that he's eaten. Mostly 2 eagles and owls.
Nice.
But he describes them in a detail that some would call psychotic.
And I will have
That's really interesting, Moped.
and I will give a little heartfelt bardic speech about how I really feel I've grown closer to you guys, and I could never have survived this without you, and I'm feeling a newfound respect and love for you all.
Oh,
For after all, Mortimer's instrument of choice is lies.
Mortimer, does that mean I can give you a hug now? If
Yes,
we're
of course.
friends now?
Yes, of course. Let's have a nice hug.
While we're resting, there's something random in my inventory that I must have picked up in like episode 1 or 2 or something of season 1. And
Is it the fruit?
yes, the bright pink fruit.
Yeah, we found that on Fud Ruckersford's lady friend after we murdered them in the inn, remember?
yeah.
I I would like to get that inspected so I know what it does, so I can potentially cook with it at some point.
Ooh. Okay. Absolutely.
So why don't we all take a look at it? Shall we all do a check?
Sure. Everyone, give me the check of your choice.
I want to know if it's magical. Arcana. 16.
I'll go perception.
Hey, 18 insight.
Someone's gonna know what it is, surely.
Someone's gonna.
We all got
All right,
pretty
so we've-
close.
Yeah, so we've used Arcana, Insight, Perception, and Survival on this thing.
What does Moped use to inspect it?
Dabarella holds out the pink fruit and goes, "Hey, does anyone? I found this, and I'm too scared to cook with it. Any ideas?"
And Nut will go, yeah, that elf lady was carrying that. I assume she wouldn't have been carrying it if it wasn't edible.
Right. You
That
would
could be some
assume
sort
that.
of spell completion item.
So what you would know is this is a bit of a magical item, the Mary Berry. Cooking with this berry in any cuisine or simply roasting it over a campfire means that anyone who eats from it has advantage on all wisdom and intelligence checks and saves for the next 24 hours.
Ooh.
That
it's
could
like
be
a Red
useful.
Bull.
Yeah. Yes.
Right.
So yeah, like you can
Cool.
give basically everybody advantage on wisdom and intelligence checks.
So with that established, shall we resume actually adventuring?
That's right. So you are after your short rest, after poking at a pink fruit for a little bit, getting some vitality back. You are still in a giant cavern underneath a colossal statue that is giving you the middle finger. With the inscription under it, may the Honorable King Tidenden Jarmy
Well,
eat a dick.
before everything went bad, I was going to look at this hole.
Yeah, how big is this hole? Is it, say, worm-shaped?
No, this hole is seems to be a little bit smaller than a worm.
7.
With a 7, there's not much that you notice about the fountain. In general, everybody, you do sense some sort of magical aura, some sort of glow. I mean, you can see a faint magical glow coming off of this fountain. That light is coming kind of from the stone of the fountain.
Okay, so I'm wondering if this is a situation where something fits in that hole.
But don't fountains normally have holes for like water to jump out of?
Maybe that's
Great
exactly
event.
what they want us to think.
Grintabit,
Yeah, yes.
do your magic checky thingy. You're good with magic.
Yeah, it's a good idea. I can do that.
Well,
Do
we
your
could all-
magic checky thingy.
Gotta do a magic checky thingy. How do you want me to do that? Do you want me to actually cast Detect Magic as a spell or do an Arcana roll?
That's up to you.
we could all do an Arcana roll.
All right, well, I'll use a Detecty Magic.
Is there a way to do
I guess-
another like wide sweeping check of just the space to see if there are like passages or directions?
Well, let's do your detect magic first.
Okay. And it is within 30 feet of me.
Okay, great. Oh, within 30 feet of you.
Yep.
I'll do an Arcana check just
And
to pass
it
the
also
time. What
it
the
also
hell?
lasts
Why
10
not?
minutes, so I can do
Ooh,
like a
17.
sweep of the room
Sure. So that's
after I
within
cast
30
it
feet. Okay.
to see if I can find something else.
Oh,
Fucking
so
nailed-
it's like within 30 feet of you, and you can walk around, and it's all within 30 feet of you.
Yeah, so 30 feet with me, and it lasts 10 minutes.
Oh, okay, great.
Fucking nailed my Arcana check, by the way.
Well,
Nice.
then, we'll say serendipitously, both you and Grinderbin hone in on that fountain at the exact same time. Grinderbin, as your magical aura kind of takes shape, you start inspecting the inside of this bowl, and you do notice a tiny indent, a gem indent on the inside of the bowl. And that gem indent is radiating a magical energy. And with, let's see here, Mortimer, with your unnatural 20 Arcana check, you are someone who knows a lot about locks and keys.
Sure do.
And you would definitely assume that this is some sort of lock situation.
Hey.
Yeah, look over at Mortimer and be like, you getting a weird feeling about this thing too?
I'm feeling like it's a hole that you have to stick something in. I get that feeling about a lot of things. But on this specific case, that looks like a lock that takes a key. And if it's a lock, perhaps I can crack it.
Is it
like-
shoe-shaped?
Nah, it seems to be gem-shaped. There's a little indent inside of here.
And Moped,
Can I investigate the room to see if there are gems?
Search the piles of poo. If there's something shiny here, a worm might have scoffed it at some point.
Sigmar looks around like, who are you asking to search the files? Because I'm not doing it.
Anyone but me. This is an expensive waistcoat.
Sigmar, yeah, why don't you can start walking around. Give me an investigation check. Absolutely. Ooh, a 16. All right.
Sorry, go on.
Oh, no, go ahead, Mortimer. What do you have to say?
Well, I was going to say I'm suddenly drawn to this pool of water on the left of the room.
Sludgy water to the left of the room. Sure, yeah, it's a dark liquid that's seeping out of the cave walls. Absolutely. With a 16 investigation check, you know what? You take like a stick and you start like poking through some of the poo piles, and you definitely get the sense that like the gem is not in the poo piles, but you with a 16, what I'll say is maybe what you remember, like, because you grew up in a very fancy. In a palace, basically. Like, you grew up in a fancy town. The fountain here is unlike any fountain you have ever seen. It does seem to be, it has a larger bowl than you've ever seen, a very specifically sized bowl, which is odd, because, you know.
Wait a minute. What was the wording on that plaque again?
Oh yeah, can we hear it again?
Take my last fuck. Is that not what it said? Take my last fuck?
Do we have to insert the middle finger in the bowl?
Look, I want to take a look at that middle finger and try to gauge its size.
Well, it's about it's a climb to get to that middle finger.
Happily again, because I took the thief rogue role, I have the second story work perk, which means I am very good at climbing.
Oh, okay. Yeah, give me is there any like rolls for that, or do you get advantage?
It just says
or
I
you're
have
just
the
good?
ability to climb faster than normal, and climbing does not cost me extra movement.
Oh well, fuck. Then yeah, you are absolutely able to climb your way up to that middle finger.
And if you yell hardcore parkour as you do it.
It's actually written that you have to say that, or it doesn't work.
Fucko.
And on the inside of the stone middle finger, you see a very tiny gemstone, almost imperceptible in with the other stonework.
I will relay that to all the groundlings down below, and then work it out with my knife.
You can freefall.
You're going to try to work the gem out of the stone?
With my dagger, I think. Well, actually, before I do that, do a quick assessment for traps or hidden mechanisms. Maybe attached to the removal of this gem.
The statue yells infidels.
The statue's gonna come to life and try and crush us.
Sure. Give me a quick investigation check then.
Shit.
Yeah, you see no tripwires. You see nothing attached to the gem.
All right, I'm just gonna risk it. I'm gonna take the gem out.
Okay, great. So you're gonna like hit it with your knife to like pop it out?
Yeah, I assume I can't just pop it out with my hand.
Well, this is what I'm asking. Like, you doing it with a knife? You doing it with your hand? You know.
Okay,
How you feel?
I guess I'll just see if I can pop it out with my fingers.
Okay, great. So like you grab it with your fingers and you're trying to pull it out.
Yes.
Okay, great. Can I have a Constitution saving throw?
Yeah, I knew this was coming.
I mean, come on.
Why does it feel like I'm taking all the random damage to the face?
That's why you have temporary hit points.
Shit.
I'm a cat with lots of health.
How high up is this middle finger
I
again?
didn't want to say I could totally teleport, guys.
Okay, you take 8 psychic damage as you attempt to remove this gem from the stonework. You feel it kind of like sap your very will to live.
Dang.
Sigmar, I'm gonna want that cure wounds now. Okay, I will climb back down with the gem, looking.
The gem did not get removed from the finger. The gem is still within the finger, and you took damage.
Okay, I'm gonna climb down. I've had enough for the day. Gabriella, go get the fucking gem.
Okay.
Sigmar, give me a cure wound spell. I've had enough. I'm just gonna sit on the floor and sulk.
Sigmar says, I want to see what happens to Deborah first.
We gotta make sure our leader's okay.
Yeah, fine, whatever. Get the gem, our glorious leader.
Maybe wear some gloves.
You know, you can take point for the next rest
I
of
have
the
a
day.
war pick.
Okay.
So can I just kind of pick a little bit around it to try and like loosen it to fall out?
If you would like to, yeah.
Okay, my plan is I'm gonna try and get the gem. Does anyone else have any better ideas?
Yeah, don't touch it.
What should she touch then?
What if we just bring the whole finger down here? Wouldn't that just make it easier to deal with this?
Well, that would go along with take my last fuck.
Can you just pull it out of there?
like if you like, I
the
can see
whole
that she's
finger.
holding the pick, right? The pickaxe. Mm-hmm. You're like, just swing it like the base of the finger, like knock the finger off.
Wait, does it like twist? Is there like can you just grab it and pull the finger?
Yeah, is there a seam?
Is there a seam?
You don't see a seam, but you could always just try pulling.
I'm just gonna try and pull the finger.
It's gonna fart on us, isn't it?
This is what Jack wanted all along.
An hour and a half in, and we've done the one thing Jack wanted to accomplish, which is someone to say, I pulled the finger.
Pull my finger! Give me a strength check, Deborah.
That I can do.
I'm a simple man.
17.
17,
Small
yes.
things, please, small minds.
It's true. It's true. So you wrap your arms around the finger and rip it off of the stone hand. You now have a giant stone middle finger in your hand.
Nice.
I knew I could trust Deborah with the stone statue.
Yeah, we got our statue eating in early.
Mm-hmm.
Right, Sigmar, make with that cure wounds.
Fine.
Sweet, carry,
Gabriella,
bring that
jam
thing
that
down and we can plug it in.
Yeah, jam it in that big fat hole.
How high up are we?
You're about like 30 feet up.
Uh-huh.
So if you were to jump off, you would take damage.
Can I just use the feather fall from when we ate the eggs?
Hey,
Oh,
there
that's
you
right.
go.
That's right. You
Oh,
do
wow.
have feather fall. So yes,
Nice.
you kind of cartoonishly step off of the hand and gently glide back down using your feather fall
So-
from the meal you prepared.
Deborah beautifully, elegantly falls, like comes down to the ground, then goes, "I got it! I got the fuck!" and holds it up in the air.
You sure do.
Perfect.
Well, good news, Fountain. We've got one last fuck to give.
All right. Sigmar heals up Mortimer after his gem fiasco for 6. Very nice.
All right, I'm up to
Dabarella.
26.
Ooh, nice. Dabarella places the finger in the hole, and all of a sudden, the entire fountain rotates a little bit, and a massive unseen door in between the legs of the statue opens up. And as you look over to the newly opened door, you see the silhouettes of at least 3 dozen dwarven soldiers in full battle dress. And that's where we're gonna leave it. Because that's it for this episode of Adventures Nigh. Thanks everybody for watching.
Bye.
Bye.
See you next time, everyone.
Bye.